Hello, hello, hello. Hey! Yo, is that you, Mark?
What's cool?
What's going? I guess we'll go ahead and get started. So, hey guys, how's it going? My name is Justin. You good, Mark? That you're starting
Yep.
to cut out. Oh, okay. And you're watching and or listening to episode 396 of DangIT Prodcast. Shouts to Axe. He immediately redeemed the Kirby. Mark, I didn't know if you saw it, but I came into the room. I opened up the window just a little bit, turned off the fan that's like up there, and then I went back to sit down and I look at the chat. I see Axe and I see the redeemed Kirby. I'm like, God damn it! And I get it up, pick up Kirby.
Just like
ah. But yes, Kirby's with us as well. So, Mark, how are you doing?
doing good.
Good. So, crazy stuff this week. Crazy stuff. And it's actually kind of powered by one thing, which I mean,
Literally one thing.
I'm not gonna lie, like, this is giving me, like, not just by the game itself, but we're talking about just, like, the excitement, the anticipation. It reminds me of when E3 2017 or 16 dropped Breath of the Wild, and that's it for Nintendo. Nintendo just showed only just Breath of the Wild, and that was the only thing that they got, the one trick pony, but they pulled it off. Because I walked out of that. Well, I didn't really literally walk out of it, but just stepping away from that E3 event with just Breath of the Wild just left me with so many questions and so much intrigue. And honestly, Pokemon Legends, for better and for worse, has kind of done the same thing for me. The worst just simply being that Nintendo and Pokemon Company decided not to show a lot about this game throughout the production of the
I think that was for the
production
better
period. I think so too, in hindsight, for sure. But definitely,
because honestly,
oh,
this game is just so different from anything we've gotten before.
this is true. Like, it is definitely like a real step away from the modern formula. Even in just the very familiar mechanics of the battles, for sure, there's something slightly different about it. Everything has been tweaked just to be different. Mark, I've only been able to play for like 2 or 3 4 hours of the game, which actually is pretty substantial for me just for a regular like session of streaming. But just to let you know, I pretty much had stopped as far as story progression to that point where like Akari was going to meet up with Mai, and I was like, okay, you do that. I'm gonna go out and explore some more. So I just been working on filling up that Pokedex for just the Pokemon in that region, and I'm not trying to like push it too much per se. I'm just making lots of circles and just checking around. There are Eevee in the area, so I kind of like caught one. I was only able to catch just one.
They're slippery.
Yeah, they're tough. They actually do run away, and they are kind of more difficult to catch than other Pokemon like Bidoof and Starly and etc. But you can get Eevee, and you can get some of the just the other evolutions early on. So, matter of fact, I think I saw a video about like how you could like go in and just like level grind if you want to. Of course, I think there should be a like approach for just a more balanced play. You explore a little bit more, you go through the story. I think that's kind of how the game ought to be played, but you can really just take it at your own pace. So that's what I've been up to. I've just been collecting. Obviously, I saw Rapidash, and I was like, oh
Oh,
hell,
you mean gigantic Rapidash?
yeah, like
Yeah,
five
that thing
people
is terrifying.
can seat 5 people, I'm sure.
Legit, the Pokemon world's Trojan horse size
Oh my
Pokemon
god,
Rapidash.
ladies and gentlemen, your first super boss. Don't approach right now. I think
Huge.
I'm kind of tempted, but it's like level 40 something. So like at that point, like that seems a little bit like too over leveling if you want to really tackle that one on. Meanwhile, there's like Snorlax somewhere else. But man, dude, I'm excited to get back in. In contrast, I'm not excited to go back into Diamond and Pearl and continue the shiny hunt. So that's still going to be a thing. We're still going to show that off like over on Twitch, albeit far less for sure. And we'll just focus specifically on Legends because that is the goat. But I also might actually do it like off camera too, just to take care of like quests and whatnot. We'll see. It's one of those games where like you can really just spend your time like in the story. You can spend your time doing requests, and I think that's a little bit more recommended. I think that's a lot more fun at this time.
Story is definitely far different from it. It got classic elements of Pokemon stories, but it's also so unique
Oh yeah, okay.
in the way that they've gone about certain things.
Hmm. Okay. So I mean, like I'm looking forward to all of it all the same. Um, I honestly like. I think well, aside from like me kind of growing back into Pokemon, and now this game within itself has got me like into trying to like find all the retro games that I have and see about like possibly showcasing them later on, like as content as well. So I've literally spent this entire morning just digging up like old stuff here. Here's this like OG like Nintendo DS. Um, I have the OG Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color right here down here in boxes. So here's this old relic. Let's see. There's a 3DS somewhere around. Of course, the 3DS XL. I have this idea. I kind of have like an idea for a project. It starts with the GameCube. It starts with getting my hands on that upscaler, that adapter for the GameCube, just to make things look nice, and also get the Game Boy player attachment. I'm gonna take it one step at a time though to see like the results I get. So, but I don't know. I'm just like, like if it isn't apparent now, like I'm really big into Pokemon now. Like, like it's huge right now. I wanted to actually go over to this retro game shop that I've been following for a little bit. But it literally takes a little over an hour to get there, so I don't think I have really time to do it today. But I did see some postings for like some of the old like DS Pokemon games. I'm like, ooh, okay, I'll look into that later for sure. So, I assume you're playing Legends right now, Mark.
Further in the story, I'm seeing some wild shit right now. Is all I'm gonna say.
Okay, thanks. So, I mean, like, where do we even begin with this game? Like, there's so many things I want to say. First of all, I love the opening actually. Not the long tutorial per se. You'll need that though. But I do like the little opening where it's like you descend into the world of Sui. And the first thing you're gonna do is talk to this dude who has runaway starter Pokemon from different regions, and you just go and catch them. And it's kind of like your introduction of just catching, um, just purely the catching mechanic. And there's a bunch of other layers to it, but they get sprinkled on like throughout this long tutorial session, which admittedly I gotta say probably could have been done better in some different way. But it's
Not a
there.
fan.
I don't think so, because like I well, I mean, this is kind of because like I'm me and I decided to like go and explore everything. So I pretty much figured out the mechanics on my own. But it wasn't one of those things where I was so frustrated as to like how do I do this or do that. It really just kind of came naturally as I did it. Um, so I kind of wish that they did like a little bit more of a streamlined process where it's like it's show and tell instead of like tell you first, tell you everything first, and then you try it. But you know, that's just my take on it. But I think with what they have just all together in this like packaged Pokemon game, I think it's a step in the right direction, really. And I really hope to see a lot more of this later on, because now, because it's just like the way you interact with Pokemon is way different. Like it really was simply you walk into tall grass and then you have like this like static encounter with a Pokemon. You do all this stuff, and you know it's all formatted as like a turn-based RPG game, which there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, that's why Pokemon has stayed what they're doing for a long period of time and made money, among other things. Pokemon cards. Um, Actually, I also have that too. I actually try to keep all these things together, and whatchamacalls it? I came across these things. You remember Detective Pikachu and how they gave you like at least two like additional cards for it? I have like Pikachu at the coffee shop and Psyduck. And while I was digging up, I also found Obelisk from the Dark Side of Dimensions Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
Nice.
I also found the Beerus card from whichever movie. No, actually no, it came with the Beerus figure actually.
Nice.
And then whatchamacallit, so we had these old retro cards from when David and I did an unpacking like a couple years ago. So these are pretty much just kind of like a look back at like old Pokemon cards. Like you see Charmander right there. And I think at the very end you'll see some special ones like the Nidoking right here, as well as just like this like Mega Blastoise thing. And I was like, well, they look super cool, like flashy and everything. So that's kind of cool. But I'm not there yet. I'm not gonna try to I'm not gonna try to collect these things. I also found the the AR cards from the 3DS era. So
Ooh.
these are actually really cool. So there's just like things that you'll use the AR like camera to scan. There's Kirby, and they're cool. There's Samus too. Great. Among other things. So that's really cool. Just kind of like dig those up. I'm sorry, where was I? Oh yeah, it was something about Pokemons. So yeah,
Pokemon.
Pokemon's been like really good with what they're doing so far. So I'm really hoping to see more of this because the interaction is just different. Like you can now, well, like what I've noticed is that the game, like aside from the tutorial stuff where they like literally give you text boxes of like how to do this and do that, when you're just out in the world and you're just like, especially out in the field doing collection and stuff like that, they've really streamlined a lot of the menu system, so you don't spend a lot of time like checking statuses here and there. You can, but as far as like showing like Pokemon level up, as far as seeing them get new moves, you checking and swapping items, all of that's just done like on the fly instead of just like, all right, menu button, and then you scroll down items, switch item type, Pokeball, use. It really is just, oh, my Pokemon's off. I'm like on X, ZR, and then let go. So it's just like it's so much more streamlined, and I love it for it because it makes you play more like the character, like you're actually in the game instead of just like you're controlling like just a random like character in that sense. And seeing the Pokemon just like behave out in the wild, seeing them like react to one of their friends getting caught, like, oh no, Jeffrey, and they start like running away. It's great.
Or when they get really mad and they shoot balls or beams of death at you, you're like,
This is true. Yeah, it's so funny though because like when Akari told me like, oh look, there's a thing that has like a very aggressive disposition. Can you look? Can you already tell? You look over to the Shinx and it has nothing but a smile on its face. And I'm like, I know when it attacks. I can't tell if that's really angry or not. So she's like, yeah, you'll figure it out later. I'm like, I
I don't know if you saw it in Phil's chat, like that scene in SpongeBob where it's like, cool, what about that guy? Just run. Like that was me yesterday when Steelix was behind me. It's like, what about that guy? I turn around, I see the Steelix. I was like,
that's also
and I just
something.
ran.
Oh, shout out to Ghost Hand for being in the chat as well. Ghost Hand was actually following up. The streamline process is a double-edged sword. There's a subset of the fan base that really enjoys the numbers game aspect of it. So it's a trade-off with depth. Oh, you know what? That's a really good insight on that.
They enjoy the numbers, you fucking nerds.
Hey, I mean, listen.
Sometimes... I'm just joking. You guys are cool. You guys are cool. Don't hurt me.
Steelix appears. No, there's still part of it that I like about that too, because like when you kind of learn more about like the stat stuff in Pokemon, like, I mean, I'm gonna go back and reference the box again because I wanted you guys to take a look at this. This is an old relic that's been printed out and made note of. This is a chart of natures for Pokemon in Platinum. This is from Game FAQ. And
you get it from Game Facts?
Well, yes, it's no, actually, like the table is like just self-explanatory. What's written down are my notes, my copious notes. It makes it look.
Sorry.
It looks like I was like in a lecture for this one, but this ain't it.
Dog, there's so much written down in that. Wow, God.
My God, and this is how I got into the whole idea of EV like and IV values. Like I actually studied all this and written down on this piece of paper, front and back, about one, berries that like remove EV values they've accumulated thus far throughout your game.
There are berries that would do that.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
And I guess they really understood the meta for that, but they didn't outright like talk about it. But there was also like IV values, and this is based on the Pokemon's characteristic, like things like they love to eat or they scatter things often. They had like IV values like attached to them. So in the OG Pokemon game, where it was a lot less streamlined, and they didn't just tell you outright after beating the game that like, all right, here's how good it is right now. Oh, it's really good over here. It's the best over here. It's okay over here. It's poor over here. People actually like looked at the numbers and were able to calculate this. So people really dug deep into like Pokemon stats to find like the best Pokemon they could possibly have or breed. And so
Absolute alphas.
it was nuts. And you know what? This game doesn't have breeding. It doesn't like they have mints, and for those who don't know, mints actually change the nature of your Pokemon. So instead of docile, they can become adamant. Well,
Whatever's the best for their entire freaking, literally anything about them, whatever's perfect.
yeah. So like for example, if you have like Decidueye does better with attack than special attack. So if it has like if it has modest nature, which is now gets highlighted a little bit more so it's up special attack, down regular attack. You can use a mint to swap it to adamant, which is up attack, down special attack, and that kind of stuff. As far as the IV values, I have no idea about this game, and I honestly don't care because this game is not competitive in any sense, and it really is just
Single
about
player experience.
it's just about like the core experience of it instead of like thinking about the meta, because there are people who definitely for sure would still want to have like the best insert Pokemon here, but it is a single player experience. You could trade with people, can't battle with them, which I mean it's kind of sad. I honestly kind of wish there was like a bit of co-op in the game too.
That'd be fun.
Neo says, you beat it all right? No, I haven't. I only started like 4 hours in, but we're just talking about
I'm now in the post game.
Oh, you are? Great. Damn, dude.
Like I literally just finished the credits.
Oh, nice. Cool. So, damn, dude. I mean, props to you. I mean,
speed.
Okay, first and foremost, you are 3 hours ahead of me, and two, holy shit, that's been like an overnight thing.
I am speed.
Hey, look, man, like all the more power to you for sure. Like, dude, like you just need to be part of like a review team and be like, hey, look, guys, I know that we just got this copy like a week before the release. Let me take care of the footage. You guys work on the writing. Y'all work on the writing.
Low key, I'd be down.
I think we can.
And I get paid for it. Are you kidding me?
Damn, dude. You know what? Don't give me ideas because I'm gonna think about that.
Ooh.
Like, dang it, reviews. This footage was captured by Marc. This is written. Who's our best writer? Who's our best writer? And who could do the presentation of it? We'll have to post it on like a website too. We'll have to get a domain and everything. Anyway.
IGN.
IGN, hire him. And make sure he does well. Or no, make sure you pay him well.
Please.
I mean, holy shit. Like, in that case, I feel like I have a couple of questions too, but like, man, dude, I think I kind of want to withhold my questions because like I just want to like enjoy like what I got so far. It's crazy. Just follow up with Ghost Hand. Ghost Hand says there's a beauty to the spreadsheet stats, but yeah, I get wanting.
There's also a headache.
Yeah, I get you wanting your franchise to be more accessible, and I hope they cater to both. Oh yeah, for sure, because like we've seen Pokemon like different like forms and varieties, despite it just being like a franchise based off of like the whole turn-based like battle tactic stuff from like things as simple as like the GameCube games, such as like Coliseum and Gale of Darkness. That's still menu based, but it's a different like presentation in full. To like completely different spin-offs from like Pokémon Tournament or Unite, to which everything. I mean, those don't really like focus on like those really just kind of step away from like the mechanics, whereas Legends is definitely a step in between, and I think I like it for that. Um, if they get more technical on the mechanics, that's totally fine too. As far as just like showing you more like informational stuff, like they actually like kind of cater more to like a meta type of thing. But I'm not sure how they'd approach it in this game so far, because right now, like the way I approach it is that like uh, there's really just the core thing that I've been focused on is really filling out that Pokedex, which requires you to at least get a research level of 10 for your Pokemon, which means to just fulfill certain like categories. And once you hit 10, you can still go further like in those research things, and that's kind of what I want to do, because um the strange thing about this game is that it's a little bit more shiny friendly, in the sense that like if you I think a lot of it like comes down to you completing like the Pokedex entry of that Pokemon. Research level 10 helps you quite a bit on encountering a shiny, but completing it helps you even more so. Um, and there's just a bunch of other factors too that I won't really discuss like here in this video, otherwise it gets too technical about it. But I do like seeing people's like results on finding shinies so early on in like the release
Shinies
of
are
this
way
game.
more available.
Yeah, so I'm totally looking forward to it. I hope that you can actually bring these guys over to Pokemon Home, because you catch a lot of these dudes. So why not?
I feel like that's the reason they would not let you.
But like it's so cool too, because like it would help out with people's just I guess their general Pokedex entry, and I think I might actually even try doing that, like congregate everything into Pokemon Home and make that into the central like Pokedex entry that I'm like looking for. So I think that'll be my project, and therefore the reason why I'm just going back to all these other games as well. But yeah, I would just love for this thing to be connected to just like Pokemon like going forward, instead of just being like a one-time thing, which I'm pretty confident that they'll try to do something with this one.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I don't feel like this is the only time we're gonna see this type of game.
yeah, it's so engaging, I would say. Um, and also like just a side note, just being able to see like all your Pokemon just kind of just exist out in the world too. Whenever you just throw it out, it's like, hey, I just want you to chill out for a bit. I want to talk to you real quick.
Just want to
Especially,
talk to him. Just want to talk to him.
mm-hmm. I don't know. I just love this whole new step, and I just feel like I mean, like it's already released, so it doesn't really matter now. But like if they really just turned like the advertising for this game a little bit more towards like what we are now seeing, um, I think it would also further better as well. But having said that, though, apparently I don't remember what the source was, but apparently this is one of the more like pre-ordered games, and not just Pokemon, but just generally speaking.
In history.
So I mean, like that's crazy, because I've talked about it before, but I tried to do a pre-order of the game after I heard like someone's initial impressions, them having played the game, and talk about a little bit of some of the mechanics that the trailer doesn't tell you about. I was like, all right, I'm totally in for this. Let's pre-order. What do you mean the Amazon is temporarily out of stock? I was like,
Are you
oh,
surprised?
I actually was surprised. I wasn't expecting it like it to just to be out of stock as a pre-order. So I was like, okay, clearly I've been under a rock and I have not keeping track of like this, because I could have sworn those totally in stock like maybe a day or so ago. So I'm gonna figure this out. But I did get it through Best Buy, so that's why I was able to stream it. So honestly, aside from just the game itself, this is kind of like my favorite like box art cover for a Pokemon game in general. Mainly because they don't really try to go elaborate on these designs. Mainly because they just showed the legendary. That's it. Like, and we'll call it a day. In their department. Um, I also picked something else from Best Buy as a quick side note. Uh, it's kind of a bulky one, and part of me is like, oh boy,
What did you do?
let's see. Let's just say I'm going to have to face these fears one day and play all of Kingdom Hearts. We have the all-in-one package for PlayStation 4. It's actually just a game comprised of like two of them, which is probably it's like 1.5 plus 2.5, and I think there's a 2.8 in there. So yeah,
I've been thinking it was gonna be much worse.
my God, dude, I mean, it's a really impressive package for sure, and for $25, shit, and not a cloud version, shit.
That
So
cloud version has become a meme at this point, hasn't it?
it really has though. Like I don't know. I really hope. Actually, no. There's no point thinking about it. There's no point really thinking about it at this point. But yeah. I have no idea like when I'm going to play that because that's definitely a lot. But I'll figure it out. But yeah. TLDR. Legends Arceus has got me super hyped for the franchise in general, and oddly enough, for some reason, I was able to spend this good half of the day not playing any Pokemon games whatsoever. Although I guess the extensive part was just
All
me.
I've been doing.
Yeah. Although at the same time, I guess I can say that I've just been doing a lot of digging because of the fact. So that's the result of it. So
I see about Pachirisu, you are mine.
Pachirisu, you'll be mine. Man. But yeah, I'm definitely in a Pokemon craze right now. So I know that me tomorrow, actually because of the fact that we don't actually have a new My Hero chapter tomorrow, I think that'll give me some additional time to actually like head out to that retro game store and see what they got. Because it isn't just Pokemon and Nintendo games; they also have like other like Xbox stuff there and PlayStation. So I'm like, ooh, let's see what you guys got. So I will definitely be sharing like the results when I get back from that. I guess manana. What else is there? I just have a general update real quick about Dang It Plays and whatnot. Actually, because we do have quite a lot of footage, and I actually like found this all out when I was sorting through like clips that I recorded from last night, as well as just like the location that I kind of place all of my VODs at on my computer. Yeah, there's still quite a bit of like footage from other games that I haven't like yet posted, like the rest of Metroid Dread, or even like the entirety of like intermission from Final Fantasy VII Remake. There's still Ghost of Tsushima. Granted, there's no recording footage. There's just simply it's a game I started but didn't finish. So I'll see what I can do about that as far as like getting those like underway and posted on YouTube later. But I was kind of just working through like just clips and whatnot, and yeah, that's kind of like where I'm kind of focusing on is just making more short form content and just trying to be more consistent on that front. And then there's all this other stuff with streaming and also just piling on some like background stuff. So I do hope though that like once I for my other project, which is literally to acquire like the upscaler for GameCube as well as the Game Boy player there, that I can do some content over there as far as like maybe Nuzlocke, maybe just simply transitioning Pokemon over through a very long process. Not very long, I'll probably keep it brief, but just transfer some Pokemon over all the way to home from like retro games. So it'll be interesting because I think this will be the start of my attempt to actually like complete a Pokedex. And that'll just be the
singular Pokedex.
Because no, like I was playing what was it, Pokemon Black, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna try to like get every single like previous 140 something and bring it over to this game just to move it upwards. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna do that. It's one of those things
I
where
forgot you told me the story about the black and white one that was sad.
what was that story actually?
Someone, I don't know if it was you, it might have been somebody else. And somebody told me a story that they had a black and white and something went wrong and they had to just go. Oh yeah, remember it was Chef. Chef said that.
Oh yeah. Oh no, right? Because like he was so, yeah, it was one of those things where
that was
he just had
pain.
the game card like in his pocket, and was out drinking, and then it just slipped out of his pocket, and oh my god,
That was pain.
that is a lot of pain, dude. That takes a while. Man, dude, I can't believe it. Oh, but yeah, that's what you call it? That's pretty much um everything I could think of right now. Honestly, like what I'd want to do, you know, if not for the fact that we have D&D like later. Actually, does that start in like 30 minutes or so? Do we know?
You tell me.
Good question. Christoph hasn't really like let us know. Just an update. Yeah, so we're still doing D&D sessions with Christoph, and I don't know, should we do quick recaps on what's been going on that front? I don't think we really talked in general about it.
Like it's been all right. I will say we have a DM that unfortunately rolls way too damn well.
This is true. I know that like I had
Kind
some.
of put us in horrible situations.
I think it's fair because, you know, like
Is it?
I like to have a mixture here where it's like I have that opportunity to do things here. Wait, what's the hell's going on?
Is it an opportunity when we get fucked?
Yeah, for sure. Um, okay, well, sorry, I just heard the doorbell ring. And I was like, what the hell? Who's that like doing it twice?
I was like, when you say opportunity, that means there's an opportunity for us to actually have a chance.
Oh yes. So, I mean, it's like whatchamacallit it. Sorry, I'm now getting like super distracted because I hear like super loud people, and I know exactly who they are. But
Extended family?
it's yeah, it's extended family.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it. But yeah, I like our last session with D&D. I think like I was doing pretty okay, but I did get crit on, so I do understand where you're coming from. It was not fun, like in that regard, for sure. But oh my god, you can't.
I'm
Oh,
gonna have to ask
oddly,
Christoph to start. I'm gonna have to ask Christoph to start throwing some of his rolls.
yeah. Honestly, I would love to see. Well, honestly, maybe it's because like it's just a much more organic like exploration. I just love to do more like of the actual battle stuff and see like our characters grow a little bit more so. But right now we're just kind of going like at that pace, um, just very slowly but surely. Like we're at level 3. Is that like? I guess it depends on which campaign you're at, but for me, this has been like a pretty slow one. It's more about engaging with the world more so than it is like being strong in the world. Although we have been doing a pretty good job at that too.
Being strong in the world helps you engage with the world.
Yeah, sure, for sure. I think it'd be
Then
a
we
lot.
don't die.
Mm-hmm. But we come like really close. But I think it's pretty fair so far with our party specifically because, like we we're not always beaten to death. At least maybe just one person gets beaten to near death, but we heal
Usually
them.
one person.
It's usually just one person. And it's so unlucky because of it. But I don't know. I'm just kind of looking forward to seeing like what happens in this one too, because there is definitely a mix of just the mechanic art aspect of it and also just the pure story, what's happening in the world. Because I'm also very curious about, especially what's gonna happen like in the next, I guess, couple minutes of the campaign itself. Because we just wrapped up on finding like a pseudo boss, if not is a boss, and it's one of those things where it's like, damn, dude, like that could have been like really messy, but thank goodness people just hit when they did. I was actually controlling Gabe's character too.
And we're fighting a horde.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? It was funny about like when we first started like combat, and I actually controlled Gabe, and I got some really piss poor rolls like consecutively. But I guess like I was able to re-roll again. And I was like, okay, and then I just never stopped being like unlucky about it. Hold on, give me a second. It was only a matter of time. Give me a second. Entertain the chat.
How you doing, everybody?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Hello. They're all happy to see him. Yeah. And now we just wait for Justin to get back. So, I am now just trying to fill out Pokédex. That is the job now. Right now, I'm currently just scouring around for a certain Pokemon. I know he's in this biome. Only question is there. Come out there. Having Braviary helps with searching.
Returning.
I heard that shit. Hello. It's like, oh, hello.
Hi, hello. What's going on?
I said I heard that shit before you got it up. Hello. It's like, oh, hello.
Yeah, they're definitely the loudest of our cousins for sure, but they're also super sweet. So it's all good. Yeah, they're super nice. We actually, they were the cousins that I went out during Thanksgiving. We went all the way over and went to whatchamacallit, the Yosemite. Yes. So it's been fun. And
nice.
Yeah, they just dropped off a care package while they were picking up other stuff. They had cupcakes. Fortunately, one of the toppings, frostings, like nearly slid off.
Well,
I was like, wow, damn, dude. Oh well. We'll just get a spoon and just like push it. God. Okay, so sorry, what did I miss?
Not much.
Oh, okay. Man, that Justin character? I don't know about you guys, but he's taking this like a really good time on that shiny hunt and Legends. Oh my god, that shiny hunt. At this point, I'm like, wouldn't it be a lot easier, because I know Turtwig's in the game. I know that the Sinnoh starters are in the game. Wouldn't it be a lot faster just to do a shiny hunt like that way instead of like this way? And I'm like, you're right. But damn it, I said what I said. So I can't go back on that. My ninja way won't allow it.
This is my ninja way.
My ninja way is for me to... Why do we have a ninja way? Just to suffer.
Why are we here? Just to suffer.
But yeah. Anything else? No, I just kind of like... I burnt through like a lot of my topics. And when I mean topics, I mean one.
No,
I mean Legends. Dude, I'm so excited to go back into the game again. I don't even know like how I want to approach it either. I think I'd like to do what I'd like to do would probably just to continue just to improve on like maybe some things here and there. Honestly, maybe I'm in a good spot where I could just kind of go forward too, because I pretty much have cleared up as many entries, or at least the Pokedex entries, as much as possible, as far as getting them to like level 10 and stuff like that. I can go further into that, but I'm like, maybe I don't need to, because the cool thing is that you actually do mass catching. You don't have to, but that's also one of the options you can do, where you can really just start off fresh with another Pokemon, so you don't feel like you're just walking into like a crowd of Pokemon with your level 35 something. Not that I have one of those. I'm still like, my Pokemon are still in the teens right now, but having them higher level does help with some of the other prerequisites that they're asking for. But also there's just simply the prerequisite to catch like maybe like 25 of these things, and you're like, wow, all right.
I mean, there's ways to get the points up other than just catching them. You could beat them, see them do certain moves.
Yeah, so as far as like, and I love this about the new Pokemon game, actually, it's the fact that like there's a research level, like level 10, but that's comprising of like meeting all these different prerequisites in any type of like order that you like to do it. And it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. They're like tiers for each like section of them, and each tier will like count as like one research, all adding all together to a total of at least 10 to get it fully registered into the Pokedex. I actually didn't really look too far into the Pokedex entry to show like what it is that that includes. I do know though that there's a category for like their favorite food, and having seen a lot of these Pokemon just out in the wild just have like the like one arrow and yellow like marking or orange marking. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna take quite a bit to get them into the green aside from sleeping. Which, you know what, like if I can get to a point where like I can craft like maybe foods and stuff like that that they really love and then gets them into the green, maybe I'd be a little bit more confident in like a lot of these catches, because sometimes even like simple worm poles like being thrown like backside doesn't actually absolutely catch them. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? Why? But I do have access to with all the things I did like working around just that one area, I was able to get to like a 2-star ranking. So I'm now able to make both heavy balls and feather balls. So, but the problem is
Yeah.
that none of those resources are available to me in that area. I'm like, fuck. All right.
Don't worry. Once you just get better Pokeballs, it makes it a little bit easier.
That's true. Yeah, I am just working with regular Pokeballs, and then the great. Then I know there's Great Balls and Ultra Balls, I'm sure, and then whatever.
Correct.
So, yeah. All right. Um. So yeah, I guess like my next step would just be to either do side quest stuff or just simply to just move forward in the story, which I am not opposed to. I will just take it like whatever route that I choose to go, and that'll just be like during streaming or whatever. So yeah, man, dude, there's just this is definitely like shaping up to be a really good like 2022 for gaming right now. So and it's just starting, and then we got February, which is like just this big mass of game releases, and then whatever happens like later on. But damn, dude, like I'm also looking forward to Horizon Forbidden West. Albeit I do need to play the first one. I can. It's just Legends, and then whatchamacallit, Elden Ring. Which honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to just simply like playing that first among like all these other games I've been picking up so far. Yeah, like Elden Ring looked crazy, and I was like, yo, this mass open world, and that seems to be
Big
the thing.
Dark Souls.
But it's Dark Souls. Like
That's what
everything
I mean.
kills you.
That's what it is. It's just that's all Elden Ring is. It looks great. It's but at the end of the day, it's just big Dark Souls.
The Legend of Souls, Dark Breath.
Legend of Souls.
Yeah, Legend of Souls, Dark Breath. Man, dude, I definitely loved seeing like everyone like posting on like online about like just all these different Pokemon that they've been catching. Everyone's really enjoying the experience so far, and you know it just shows. So it's definitely just gonna like it's definitely one of those things where it's like, yeah, this is definitely gonna be like a game of the year for sure somewhere in a lot of people's eyes, if not gonna be nominated. Easy.
It'll get an award. It's definitely gonna get an award for something.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a guarantee is that it will get an award for something.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Honestly, like I haven't heard too much of like the tracks or anything like that, but that's also like been a really good experience too. But I think that's pretty much it. What time is it actually? Oh, only 48. Well, we can still go a little bit longer. Um, have I already talked about like my favorite things so far? I guess so far, just to let you all know, like I know I'm just starting off in the game, but I started off with Rowlet, and right now my team is just kind of like sprinkled up. One, just simply to complete the Pokedex, and two, just they're all like different types. Like I got Ponyta and Weasel just to kind of like balance things out. But for some reason, something's just, well, I mean, as far as gameplay, it's telling me right now that like that doesn't really matter right now. And more so, it's just like, you know, it really feels like the combat's kind of a secondary thing right now for me. But there's also like some twists like here and there. Mark, you on the other hand have gone through the entirety of the story, so you have an idea, better idea of like how balanced it is between like exploration and just the battle aspect of it.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. What would you say is your? I mean, this is like a fully loaded question. What's your favorite thing like about the game?
Uh, I like honestly, it's a hard question. I like there's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of stuff about it that's really great. I would say because the battle system's good. I think the battle system's really good. But in terms of like what's the best, uh I think maybe it might be the exploration that feels really good.
Mm. Like,
Like I think the exploration just feels really on point.
okay, good. Because like, there's obviously like things to interact with in the world, whether it be Pokemon or like material stuff, or just simply
Or
just
people.
yeah, or people navigating this terrain and everything so far. Like, I'm only going on my 2 feet, but of course we're gonna have like the ride Pokemon and stuff like that later on as you progress further. But the like this is sheer like expanse of the world. Like, this is nothing like OG Diamond and Pearl where everything's like divided subsections here and there. Like, here's Route 101, here's 309. It's just like big field. Here's big
Big
field. Here's big
field.
field.
Big hole.
You just do a brisk jog and it'll still take you maybe like 5 minutes to get to the other side, I'm sure, or more. I mean, I don't really know actually, but yeah, I love the expanse, the exploration. Um, do you feel like the Pokemon are spread out like relatively evenly, whether it be like too much of them just like in this certain like span space, or like there's too little? Is there a good like in between that you feel?
Yeah, there's a good in between. Like the big part where there's like a ton of them is usually in the distortion.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing that they haven't really like talked too much about, like just like publicly speaking. But yeah, there that is a mechanic that's being tossed up around here and there. So I am looking forward to encountering it for the first time. When is that exactly? Is that like
They start appearing later in the game.
all right, fair enough. But is there anything else? So there's obviously you're collecting a lot. How's the spacing when it comes to like your pastures? Like, the pastures in this game are like your boxes in the other games. Because you might find yourself catching more and more Pokemon of the same type, and same kind. Do you feel like you're like going through these boxes like relatively fast later on?
I've got yeah, like I feel like they've definitely filled up a lot, and I don't feel like I'm running out, but I can definitely say like, wow, I have caught a lot.
Mm-hmm. Do you end up doing something with those Pokemon? Like, I'm not sure if you just release them, or are you able to use them for any other things, like outside of like your party?
Certain side quests.
Fair, okay, that's fair enough. And then, did you like Mark? Did you find yourself ever like swapping out frequently with your team?
I've swapped a couple of times. I haven't swapped a ton.
Hmm.
Like I will say there are just some Pokemon where I've been like, all right, these are definitely what I'm sticking with for right now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah. No,
I am
that makes
finding
sense.
Porygons. I'm finding Porygons right now inside of this distortion.
Ooh. Okay.
I am catching them.
That's interesting because I figured like, well, the thing is that we're talking about like an ancient like, well, I shouldn't say ancient, but like definitely it's like 100 years ago of like the Pokemon world where there's hardly even like that much technology per se, like in like there. So Porygons obviously being a man-made Pokemon is kind of strange to me. But if it
It's
shows up,
also it's in a distortion.
okay, if it's exclusively in these distortions, then it makes sense to me, or at least it makes enough sense for me. Like, all right, I'll give it the pass. Oh, there's Chef. Hey, Chef, how's it going? We were just talking. Well, we weren't just talking about it, but a while ago we were just talking about Pokemon Black. Anyway,
Yes, yes.
you said that Porygon is best boy. Yeah, he is. He's best boy.
Porygon waifu of the year.
Well, I mean, it's a man-made thing, so possibly. Listen, whether the power of the human intellect has been both a blessing and also a mistake.
You are not wrong.
My God, TikTok has like opened up to me like a lot more people
Oh,
who.
hello.
Oh, something happening?
A Porygon Z.
Oh, nice. That is weird. Porygon just having like evolutions, like I get like, you know, the download situation where you trade it, but then like you evolve it even more so, and it has another evolution. Like what the fuck? Alrighty, but it's also kind of cool too. It kind of shows like Pokemon evolving beyond like what they were initially like meant for. It just depends. All right, here I'll go ahead and load this one, Chef. Yep, it definitely like caught that word specifically.
Porygon Z, it's a Porygon 2.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Don't you use recover, you bitch.
Not me using recover, you son of a bitch. You know, I noticed. Actually, it's only like 2 Pokemon, but I know that like early on, actually, you'll be get access to Zisu, who's also part of the security corps. She helps you learn different moves for your Pokemon. The cool thing about this game is the fact that Pokemon don't just like learn and forget moves. You can actually go into like kind of an equip option, where you can assign like 4 moves that the Pokemon just knows, like in a whole listing of them. And of course you're limited by 4, so you have to select 4. But if you want to like replace one at any given time, you can just do that. And the best part is that you can actually do this just out in the field. I'm not sure about mid battle though. Probably not, because you can't really access the menu item there. But like literally right before, you can do it. And the funny thing was is that when I was looking at the listing that Rowlet could use, one of them was just Rest. I was like, interesting, okay. All right, let's check out what other Pokemon have. And another one also has Rest. And I was like, I mean, naturally that makes sense. Of course they know how to rest. But okay, so I'm just seeing all these different things being applied differently. Like, of course, not everyone knows like Rest because it's a psychic move and it only really applies to certain Pokemon that really use it, like Snorlax, or just actually literally any other psychic type.
Porygon 2 has been caught.
Nice, good job.
Thank you, sir. My asshole just got hit by a freaking hydro pump.
Listen, Mark, you needed the hose down. Last time I caught you, last time I caught you lacking. So there's the hydro pump. I think it's my favorite thing now, where it's like
you got swamp ass.
When a Pokemon turns around, it's like I caught you lacking. And I throw the Pokeball.
Oh boy.
Destro saying hi. Welcome, Destro. We've just been kind of talking, not too much on spoiler stuff, per se, but we've been talking a lot about our impressions on Pokemon Legends so far. Chef was saying that his copy of Arceus finally made it to Cincinnati, which, if you don't know, he and actually I guess might be more of a common thing than not. When you order stuff like from Amazon.jp, sometimes they actually have like other like items, promotional items that they'll like tack onto the actual copy. We get the short end of the stick, but they got like a promotional like card for Arceus, so I think that's super cool. I actually like saw like a posting for like Kirby Forgotten Land actually also getting something else too. I think it's like a sticker set, and I think actually like a pretty expensive figure, maybe. Depends. It looks like one of those Good Smile Company like Kirby figures. So it's like nice. It's same like it looks like that figure that if you like I think I've shown it to you guys before, but like one of those animations where whatchamacalls it, where it's just like this guy doing stop animation, and he actually uses like those like Kirby figures amongst other figures as well. The more recent one that I've seen was actually like a figure of Goku, and
Ooh.
they actually did this really elaborate animation. I gotta share it to you too. It's really good. I haven't seen like the development process of it too, and it's so daunting because it really is like, okay, I gotta move this part right here, snap a photo, okay, So I'm gonna now move it a little slightly here, stop photo, and then do this. And there are a lot more like elaborative ones where like you actually need to have like a crane type of situation where like you're like rolling the camera back, and you have to do that for like each little like snippet of a second to get this cool perspective. It's so crazy. Let me see. I think I can what's the best way I can like probably search it up. How about Good Smile Company Kirby animation? Yeah, let me try that. And then it'll link me over to the channel. Oh yeah. It the channel's called Animist, as in like anime without the E and IST at the end. Let me go ahead and it's probably like the most recent video too. Yeah, okay. Let's see this. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm seeing it again. But yeah, let me go ahead and just like share it over to Marc real quick. Yeah, like they even add like the sound effects too of like how you would see like the clothes just kind of rubbing off on each other. It looks so clean. Let me see. I think it's also, yeah, here's, I'll just send it directly to this particular DM. There we go. So take a look at that when you have the chance. But yeah, no, like.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I think I heard about this video going viral.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? This looks like Dragon Ball and Toy Story.
Yeah, Andy's here.
And he's here.
Dead.
Just go limp.
Man, dude, that's some really cool stuff. I think there was a certain thing about like them like folks wanting to see like a stop animation of like Aqua from Konosuba. I was like, yeah, I could probably understand. We want to see like how fluid you can make like a very useless character. Quote unquote. I think all the casts are really great. Whenever they get the shine. Speaking of which, I hope to see more like Konosuba later on. I guess you have to like really read the source material.
We're getting they're doing another animation project.
Yeah. Do we know anything about that actually, as far as like the development or like the time for that?
We just know they're so far. I think we just know that they're working on it. They haven't announced whether it's a movie or whether it's a season of the anime.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Oh, for I guess like everyone else who are just jumping in the chat, some other like points that we went over. What was it? Kingdom Hearts All in One. I finally got it. I don't know when I'll go over that real quick. I don't know. I've been digging through like some retro consoles as well, so it's gonna be really interesting for me to possibly try to like use these, if not just try to use like a Game Boy like player on GameCube, and then possibly move those like over all the way to Pokemon Home. We'll see. But I'm kind of in a Pokemon craze right now, so we'll figure things out. Desho like is redeemed to insult me. Okay. And the worst part is like I'm terrible at like insults.
What's their name?
Destro. 896.
In jail looking head ass.
In jail looking head ass.
Redestro.
Oh my god, that Doofenshmirtz looking ass.
Doofenshmirtz head ass.
He really does look like that.
It really does look like Doofenshmirtz with that nose.
Kaiju Barry the Platypus. It's literally like that fight scene that they just premiered, they showed in the recent like season. Oh my god, people had like a good like field trip on that one.
Barry the Platypus.
Wait, is there? I think there's a platypus like Pokemon in the game, right?
We've never had a platypus Pokemon.
Why haven't we done that? Yo, hold on.
I mean, I've said if we get an Australian region, if it's not the water starter, I am rioting.
Oh my god. I also had like an idea, like I'm not sure if they ever adapted this, but there's those those giant crabs that are actually like found like on trees, right?
Coconut crabs?
Yeah, the coconut crabs. I think they adapted that before. Maybe they've done it in a different form. But well, yeah, it's like there's.
I would think that would be what crab brawler is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe that's crab brawler. Hmm. I guess yeah. Well, they definitely still have like a lot of ideas to work with. But at the end of the day, you're still gonna get the chair. I remember that joke where it's like, "Hey, look what you're sitting there." Like it's just a little chair and just like expressions out to you saying sixth generation. I will say though they did have keys, so I mean they're not too far off the mark. My God, dude. Honestly, I mean, aside from like inanimate objects like getting like Pokemon forms, um, and
There's a lot of
literal
animals that can still be made.
and literal trash,
This is true.
I think those end up still being like my favorite designs. Just like an idea or concept even. Because really they did have just a bunch of eggs as Pokemon.
Oh yeah, execute an executor.
Executor. And then a Alolan Executor.
Long neck style.
There's agile style, there's strong style, and then there's long neck style.
Long neck style.
Oh my God. I actually no, I was just thinking long necks. Why not a giraffe? But we just had giraffe rig, and that's it.
I thought they said we just had giraffe Rigo. It's like, well, I mean that was a while ago, but I mean, yeah, giraffe rig is the only thing we have in reference to a giraffe.
Right. So,
I mean, there's tons of animals they could base. There's tons of animals all over the world they could base them off of.
yeah, and who knows, maybe many more that we don't even know about.
But the thing is, a lot of the Pokemon now are getting like multi-layered.
Yeah, that's true.
They're based on animals, references, different kinds of things.
Yeah, like balloons. Dude, I like the night cycle kicked in, and I saw the Drifloon, and I was like, cool. They need to be stopped.
Oh, the Drifloon.
The Driflooms need to be stopped, bro. They're a menace.
They swarm.
Especially when you get the request saying like, "Hey, we saw a Drifloon like play with some children the other day," and I was like, "Oh no, oh hell no! tell me where to go."
I will purge immediately.
I was like, "Oh God."
You're like, I'll put a stop to this.
Yo, it's always the ghost Pokemon. It's always
stay away from the children.
My God, well, not all ghost Pokemon. I still remember like, what was it, Dragapult? The little carrot. The little.
And then we have a psychic
caretaker.
type, Hypno.
Oh my God, Hypno and Drowsy are absolute menaces to Pokemon Society.
Drowsy, not so much.
Hypno is kind of like pretty bad. Like what was Drowsy? Drowsy just like kind of.
He makes you sleepy.
He just makes you sleepy. But Hypno's the one who's like, "Hey, come this way." You know.
Do what I want you to do.
It's like yikes, big yikes.
Drowsy's just like, yo, bro, let's take a nap.
It also has like the Konosuba like finger thing. That's what they do.
They put so much money into that hand animation.
Well, I mean, I think it sells it for sure. What was another ghost type Pokemon? Well, I mean, technically speaking, Decidueye is actually a ghost type Pokemon. Just
grass ghost.
Grass ghost, which is actually really interesting because none of it kind of leads to that. At least not that I can see.
It looks like it would be grass flying.
Yeah. Actually, no, like its previous gender like evolutions did have grass flying, which is the interesting thing, and then it swaps completely. Which I mean I'm all for too, because it does kind of like change up like the moveset and also the weakness stuff. But I do know that the Decidueye gets a different typing here for sure.
Yeah, grass fighting.
Grass fighting, which I think is dope as fuck. Because the last time we had like a grass fighting, I feel like it was Breloom, and Breloom's cool, but he doesn't have anything else to compensate for like the
No, no, no,
strength.
no, 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 no,
Wait,
no, no, no. It wasn't just Breloom.
uh, who
Wasn't
else?
Chestnut?
Was oh, you know, yeah, you're right. The one that can protect but also protect.
The one who can protect but also attack with his protect.
He can protect and also attack with its like protect. Yeah, damn, dude. Chestnut was sixth generation, right? Or yeah, six. Man, dude, I need to jump back into X and Y actually. Like, it was a lot of fun, and it also has like Tyrantrum, which is like the favorite fossil of mine. So
Everyone loves a T-Rex.
everyone loves T-Rex, but I love how fucking huge he is. I mean, granted, we have whales, but still,
As you guys say, hello, Whale Lord.
like Whale Lord, like if Whale Lord existed a lot more, like in like games where you can access him, like in the main campaign stuff, I'd probably totally use him.
Did you see how big he was in Sword and Shield when he's just in the ocean? God,
I did see that, yeah.
he's so big.
And you know what? Shoutouts to Pokemon Coliseum Gale of Darkness, and actually just the Coliseum, like, and yeah, Coliseum, and I guess Battle Revolution as well in general, because they do help scale them up. They make them huge. I'm like, yes,
Big boy.
just big. But like, this is a dinosaur. But like, yes, dragon, yes, rock. This is good. Like this.
Yes, it is fossil, so it must be rock.
This is perfect. I will say, just overall, I think my favorite like fossils would probably be like Gen 3s, like Armaldo and Cradilly. I kind of like their
Cradilly's alright.
I like their kit. Like Cradilly's like the tank, and like Armaldo is definitely like it definitely will hit hard for sure. It takes a while to level up though.
You like them more than Kabutops and Omnistar?
Well, that's I was just thinking about those two as well, and I
And
was like,
Aerodactyl?
Aerodactyl's like, well, you know, I do like Aerodactyl for just like its moveset and kit, but like as far as the design, like they definitely had like more detail on the other like later generations than Aerodactyl, but Aerodactyl is still very special. But I also think that
Mega
Kupotops.
Aerodactyl.
Oh yeah, where's the punk rocker? I know.
A punk rocker.
Well, I mean, like look at all those jaggedy stones he grows out.
Also, how dare you make a pun?
What do you mean? No, what do you
Punk rock.
Oh, well, I mean, you said that. I didn't mean that.
How dare you bring up a pun?
Anyway, Chef just said like the Drifloon should have gotten like a Suian variant where like it was like a paper balloon.
I can
Interesting.
see that.
Interesting. Lanterns. Yeah, right. I was like, Also Nuzleaf, Chef? Nuzleaf's alright.
Nuzleaf?
I think like that evolution line C dot, Nuzleaf, and Shiftry was like really cool.
Shiftry is sick.
I love Shiftry's like design in general. Like
Tengu.
yeah, I was like, this is dope, dude. But I think there was something about stat spread that doesn't make him like super viable in most other playthroughs. But you know, if you don't have a grass type, then you might as well. Then again, in the same generation, you have Breloom, and Breloom does hit a little bit hard. I think I had an issue with Breloom when I was playing through like third generation games. I think this is the last thing before we go and call, but I just remember that like a lot of his movesets are like I think special based, not physical. So he doesn't have like a lot of like fighting moves except for I think maybe Sky Uppercut. But as far as grass moves, it's like
he has Sky Uppercut.
Yeah, he has Sky Uppercut, so it's really good there.
With what hands?
You know, he's got those little ones, you know?
He's got stubs.
But they're still hands, bruh.
This is just the same argument as when I said I wanted there to be an Anakin skin in Battlefront 2 where he just runs on his stubs.
Watch out, he's gonna get another variant.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hisuian Breloom, but instead of feet, it just has like arms that he walks on.
Ugh. Just walks like one of those cranes where its knees are backwards.
My God, dude. And the thing is, like, the origin of this Pokemon is a mushroom.
Shrooms, dude, they can do crazy shit.
Yeah, like different variants of shrooms. The Hisuian variant. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Like Shiftry is grass and dark, which is no, actually I see it. Yeah, I see that. But it's super cool. I did remember though, like I hated every single Nuzleaf I came across because it always had fake out. Always.
And you always fell for it.
You always get it. And it's like, well, it's always because I had like the best Pokemon like on deck in front of me. So it's like, why not use Flamethrower? Why not use Aerial Ace? Why not? Oh, you flinched. And I'm like, motherfucker.
He said, "Oh, major look."
Man, dude, I think actually like that Pokemon also knows like Pursuit too. So like, damn, dude, you can really like mess around with people with that.
Like there was like there's a lot of different things they could have done for Hisuian variants. So that's the thing. Ever since they introduced regional variants with Gen 7, the possibilities have always been there.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we're gonna see like like even more later on, for sure. But I guess like what you're saying is true. Then like there's not a lot of variants. That is kind of sad, but considering it is an ancient civilization, perhaps maybe the best, so we don't feel so bad. That's like, oh man, they had like super cool forms, and then like they died off.
Then they went extinct. It does make you feel bad.
Yeah, it's like, damn, dude, we had like best like, but also like tough like by tough feel, Growlithe starter, well not starter, but just Growlithe in general.
Growlithe, that's Fire Rock.
Fire Rock, and then it completely changed into like what it is now. But you're like, damn, dude, Rock best Rock Boy is also gone too.
It dropped the rock.
Yeah.
Now it's just fire.
Now it's just only fire. But yeah.
Now it's not 4 times weakness against water. Now it's only 2 times weakness against water.
Oh, you're right. God damn it, dude. Because like I just realized like shit, rock and ground cripples Growlithe in this game. God damn it. It's like seeing like a flying one. You're like, God damn it, dude. God damn it. What's with the rocks?
Well, dog, you gotta understand. I've run into so many fights where this Desudai was at such a disadvantage.
Oh, really? That sucks.
Because so many of them have poison Pokemon.
Poison. Probably some flying there too.
Poison, flying. I mean, like you encountered those two specifically.
My God, dude. All right. Well, I mean,
I was like, why do you all just happen to have poison Pokemon?
My God. Well, I'll just simply I'll just take what you just said and put it in my pocket for when I play later.
But dude, I'm sitting there wondering why. Why do you just? Oh, it just so happens every fucking person happens to have just one poison Pokemon.
I was looking at this like, all right, go to the Decidueye. All right, you go, Rhyhorn. Oh, thank God, finally, not poison type. Use poison jab.
I'm sorry.
Granted, Rhyhorn is probably slower, but yeah, still a menace. Also menace. Still just a menace. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and call because most likely, our D&D session is probably gonna start very soon.
Yep, real soon.
Real soon. I also
gonna go wait in the lobby.
Yeah, actually, yeah, let's do that. All right. In that case, we'll go ahead and call it here. So, I want to thank everyone for joining in. It's been like a crazy week, even if it is just like the past like 24 hours, really. That was like Pokemon Legends. There's a lot to talk about in this game, and I'm just happy that it is sparking so much like discussion, and as well as just like sparking the flames of like my interest in Pokemon in general. Because good lord, I'm gonna just deep dive into other things, other projects as well. But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been episode 396 of DangIT Prodcast. My name is Justin.
Marc.
Thanks for watching. # bye everyone.